Little video. Our gym. I painted the outside wall. Looks pretty tight. I did the mural. Faith Fueled Fitness. That's Hebrew for faith. Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Believe, receive, become. I want to talk to you in this video about cortisol. Hold on a second. My wife's coming. I got to start the car.
Trying to recruit my employees for my business.
They said put it on the board. We had cops just come by and try to recruit people for the College Station Police Department. Anyway, I got to thinking about is cortisol addictive? Because I'm on felony drug probation right now, hence the breathalyzer and stuff. And I got to think all the years I would relapse and want to do either cocaine, meth, MDMA, heroin, ecstasy, opiates. Why? What is it that rush of euphoria, dump of dopamine, that increase of serotonin? Like, what is it about that? And I started studying it. Why does it cause paranoia? An unhealthy dump of dopamine, an unnatural, unhealthy release in an unnatural amount, like not from eating chocolate, not from going on a roller coaster, not from going skiing, not from sex, not from eating good food. Like anything that's natural releases dopamine, yes. But to do a drug like that, an unhealthy amount, an ungodly, you could say, amount, because it is sorcery. You're playing with witchcraft, and pharmakia is the Greek word for pharmacy, but it also is a rooted word in witchcraft, sorcery, because we won't go too much into it, but you're mixing things together in a cauldron. So let's like to say to manufacture drugs, you have to mix other stuff in. So in essence, you're performing sorcery. But I got to thinking about it. We know all these things I'm saying about dopamine and about how cocaine and drugs will release dopamine. Those are the pleasures. That's the neurotransmitter of the pleasure sensing part of your brain. But then I got to thinking about how you get paranoid. Why do people get so paranoid on drugs a lot of times? Or why do people want to fight more? Why do some people, when they do a lot of drugs, get real lethargic and kind of stuck, and like they get weird and they stare out the window and they won't talk, or they can't talk if you ask them questions? Well, I believe it's two parts. I believe it's spiritual and it's chemical. Our brain chemistry, the hormone released whenever there is a lot of stress hormone that's released called cortisol. So when you have that huge dump of dopamine, immediately after that, cortisol is released and adrenaline. So cortisol is the flight, fight, or freeze hormone of the brain. Some people freeze up, and if you've ever met anybody really high on drugs, they can't talk. That's why. They have a lot of cortisol going on. You ever met somebody that looks out of windows, they're freezing up? You ever look at somebody who once is so scared that they want to get out? I gotta leave. I gotta get out of here. You know what I mean? We gotta go. They're having the huge double cortisol is causing them to want the flight. Well, I looked up. I wouldn't think that would be addictive, but sure enough, I looked up on the old Google, on the old internet, and it said yes, the stress hormone cortisol can be addictive. And I thought about it. I was like, man, that's kind of interesting, because that's a little bit like, not only is dopamine getting released, but cortisol, like when you go down a roller coaster. But then also, like, what gives men to charge onto a battlefield and to face of bullets? That fight, flight, or freeze. That's the fight part of cortisol. In a God-given measure, if someone's coming to attack you with a knife, you may have a huge increase in cortisol or adrenaline. You can, maybe outrun them and survive. That's literally gave you that to survive. But anyway, when you play with unhealthy and unnatural things, you get unhealthy and unnatural results. So, don't be addicted to dopamine. Don't be addicted and make cortisol an idol. I know that was part of it for me. Not just the good feeling, but also the fear part. Like, I was addicted a little bit to the fear, the walk in the line, you know? Oh, like, as stupid as it sounds, like, I could overdose from this, or I could go to get arrested. Like, tiptoeing the line of something that crazy happening can be a thrill. Just like tiptoeing the line on top of a huge drop-off at the Grand Canyon could be a thrill for somebody. It's the same thing. Anyway, I wanted to encourage you. Find healthy things to be addicted to. Go jump a dirt bike. Go play tackle football. Go ride a roller coaster. I was going to say go into a haunted house, but I don't like being entertained by demons and evil spirits. Anyway, hope this encourages you. Love you. God bless you. Peace out, Boy Scout. Say bye, wifey.
Bye.
Bye.